So a budget helps you plan your finances and can be tailored to your specific needs. However, if you hate the idea of budgeting or the thought of budgeting leaves you feeling overwhelmed, then the 50-30-20 budgeting method might be a good one to try out. It is a simplified way of budgeting that breaks your budgeting into three simple categories so that you can focus on achieving your financial goals each month. So, what budgeting methods do you currently use? What is working for you? And have you tried the 50-30-20 method? Share in the comments below. Hey everyone, my name is Bola Shokunbi. I'm the founder and CEO of Clever Girl Finance. I'm also the author of the best-selling Clever Girl Finance book series and my most recent book, Choosing to Prosper. Welcome to Clever Girl Finance TV. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the 50-30-20 method of budgeting, what it is, and how you can use it. But first, let's start by talking about what it is. So what is the 50-30-20 budget? Well, it is a type of budgeting approach that is attributed to U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren. And basically what it does is it breaks your after-tax income into three distinct buckets, where you put 50% to needs, 30% to wants, and then 20% to savings. And this approach makes budgeting very easy because you're really only focusing on these three categories every month, as opposed to having a variety of different categories or breakouts. You're just focusing on your 50% to your needs, your 30% to your wants, and your 20% to your savings. And that 20% category, I will talk about where debt fits in as well. So let's get into each of the categories specifically, starting with that 50% needs category. So the 50% needs category is for all of your monthly expenses, right? This is for all the bills that you have to pay. So think about things like your housing expenses, food, transportation, utilities, and ideally you want to be able to fit your living expenses into that 50% category. So if you find yourself in a position where you are really tight on fitting your living expenses into that 50% category, you may want to look at your finances and see where you can cut back or how you can earn more or adjust the budgeting approach that you are using. But specifically for the 50-30-20 method, ideally you need to be able to fit all your living expenses into that 50% category. Keep in mind that this 50% category would also include making payments to your debt. So the way it's thought of in this budgeting method is that paying off debt, paying down debt is a need. So it would fall under the needs category. Category number 2 is the 30% that goes to your wants. So again, this is a nice to have fun category. This is where you put your non-essential wants, for example, traveling, shopping, eating out, and those things that you do that fall under a want. And then category number 3 is 20% to savings. And this is arguably the most important category in this budgeting method because this is you planning for your future self. And when I say savings, I'm referring to both savings and investments. And this would cover saving for emergencies, saving money for your future self. And so if you are trying to structure this category, you want to prioritize first putting money aside for emergency savings and then ramping up to put money aside for your future self and saving for retirement. This savings would also factor in things like your other goals, either short-term or long-term, that you'd be saving money for. So I hope you're enjoying this video so far. If you are, please stop by clevergirlfinance.com. We have a ton of awesome resources. We have a blog we update every single day. We have over 30 plus completely free courses. You can access our podcast called the Clever Girls Know Podcast on there as well, and also everywhere you listen to your podcast episodes. And I would love for you to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Okay, let's get back to this 50-30-20 budgeting method. So now you understand how the categories work for that 50-30-20 breakout. Now let's talk about how you can use this budgeting method. As I mentioned, this budgeting method is very simple because there are only 3 buckets. But to get it structured, you need to basically understand a couple of things. Number 1, you need to really understand what your after-tax income is. So this is the money that you have in your bank account after you've been paid and after your federal, state taxes have come out, your federal and state taxes have come out, Social Security, Medicare, etc. After all of those deductions have come out, what you have left over is your after-tax income. And one big mistake people make is they plan their budget based on what they earn a year, right? So for example, you make $50,000 a year and they budget according to that. However, after taxes, after all deductions have been made, that $50,000 is really no longer $50,000. It's $50,000 less that 20, 30, or 35 or 40%. I'm just giving an example here. So you really want to understand what that after tax income is, and you can leverage an online calculator. Just search after tax income calculator, and you'll be able to get a clear understanding of what your number is. And this will be the basis of your 50, 30, 20 budget and any other budgeting method that you use. Next, you want to get a calculator and then split that income into 3 categories. So 50% again going to your needs, 30% going to your wants, and then 20% going to your savings. And that is simply how you structure your 50, 30, 20 budget. Understand your after-tax income and then get a calculator and break your income into these 3 different categories. So sometimes people will say, well, what if I have a credit card or a car loan and I really want to put more money towards this? Well, in this 50, 30, 20 budgeting method, your debt repayments can actually fall across 2 categories. So remember earlier I mentioned that under the 50% needs category, you would also include payments towards debt. However, if you're in this position where you want to make extra payments, right, then you can leverage that 20% category to make more than the minimum payments on your debt. So for example, the 50% needs category would have payments for your mortgage, for example, right, or for a student loan, for example, and this would be like the payment that is on your statement. But if you want to make extra payments in excess of those minimum payments, for example, then you would leverage that 20% category. And what you can do is, as opposed to saving and investing the whole 20%, you can say, okay, I'm going to put 10% of it towards debt, or I'm going to short-term use the entire 20%. Once I have an emergency savings put aside, I'm going to use the 20% and use it to accelerate my debt payoff. So there is a little bit of wiggle room to adjust how you are planning your finances with this budgeting method. And again, as I mentioned earlier, paying down debt in this method is considered a need. Paying down those minimum amounts, the minimum amount due, is a need because you need to make these payments so as not to default your accounts or get into other types of financial trouble due to non-payment. So that is why the debt is under the need category. However, we all know that when it comes to paying off debt, we want to pay more than the minimum in order to save money on interest and also get out of that debt as quickly as possible. So if you're able to make extra payments, definitely do that. So when it comes to budgeting, it doesn't have to be complicated. A simple approach to budgeting like the 50, 30, 20 method can be just the thing you need to help you stay consistent with budgeting. Again, it's about breaking your income into those 3 categories and then planning your finances accordingly and then just repeating the process, right? And so this is a budgeting method that you can definitely try out if you've been struggling with budgeting, or you're not quite sure about the budgeting method you're currently using. There are other videos on this channel where I talk about other budgeting methods that you can check out, like the 70-20-10 and the 80-20 budgeting method. And again, as I mentioned earlier, it's all about finding the budgeting method. How many times have I said budgeting method in this video? But it's all about finding the budgeting method that works for you. So I hope you have enjoyed tuning in. I would love to know what budgeting method you currently use and if you plan to try out this 50, 30, 20 method. So share in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, and tell all your best friends about Clever Girl Finance. Stop by our website. We have a ton of epic content and it is all free. We have over 30 plus free courses, over 40 plus free worksheets. Our blog is updated every day. We have our awesome podcast called the Clever Girls Know Podcast, and we would love to have you come into the fold. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you next time.